My name is Shegun Babalola. I'm the president of the St. Louis African Chamber of Commerce. I'll be the master of ceremony and the host of the event itself. All right, because this is the first of this kind, we're going to make sure that we are able to engage the crowd and let people understand that this is where St. Louis and Africa meets, and we're doing it under the cover of fashion. No, I've never hosted a fashion show before. I've hosted weddings, I've hosted a lot of corporate events. But really what it's more about is the fact that I'm a passionate individual for connecting Africa and St. Louis together. And this event does that for us, and that's why we want to be part of this. I believe that this is going to change people's narrative and perspective on Africa. I believe this is going to be a great way for people to really see what we can accomplish as a city, but also really for people to also bring different cultures and backgrounds together in a city that really does need it.
So my name is Tianis. People call me truly Tianis, but Tianis is what I go by most. So in the African Fashion Expo, I will be the runway coach. I'll be working with the models, just kind of making sure our walks are in order, that we're coming across as really confident and clean models during the show. How you feel like you're gonna be? Man, I'm just gonna be myself. If anybody knows me, they know that I am very energetic. I'm always ready I'm ready for the show to get going. I'm ready for everybody to present their best self. My energy is always on 100. It's always, let's get the best, let's be the best, let's be our best, let's show our best self, and most of all, let's be confident. And so my energy is just gonna be there to support everyone who's there, and making sure that the models feel their best and look the best when they go out.
Hi, my name's Chuck Fouts. I will be the director of photography for the African Expo St. Louis events, and then I got into documenting fashion shows, and then I started documenting fashion shows probably around the beginning of 2017, and probably by the end of 2017 I had gained kind of a plethora of connections, fashion connections. And then probably around 2018, when I celebrated my 15-year anniversary, I decided to create my own fashion series. How many fashion shows have I done in St. Louis? I've done, I did an expo, and then I created my own series, and we shot seasons 2, 3, and 4. And then we're getting ready to do season 1 and season 5 this year. So I've done 3 in St. Louis and 1 in Chicago. You know, like, you know how it is whenever you see clothing in general, beautiful clothing, especially me, fashion and art in general, though, has always had an alliance with me. So instantly, whenever I see beautiful clothing, of course, the hairs on my, you know how it is, it just gets exciting. And that's the way I feel about it.
Hello, hello, my name is Christina Kelly. My role in the African Fashion Expo is marketing. I will be helping with that. Well, I have been modeling for several years. I do runway, I do print and promotional modeling. That opened doors to other things as well. I also host events, and I have a fashion platform myself called the platform STL. I am co-founder and CEO of the platform STL, which is a fashion platform for the creatives in St. Louis. The energy is gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be fantastic. This is a big production. This is something new coming to St. Louis, and it's very exciting. I can't wait to see how everything turns out. You know, it's gonna be anticipating, everybody's gonna be anticipating this event. And just waiting to see, you know, just how it flows, you know, what happens, you know, the designs, the vendors, you know, meeting and mingling with different people. It's just going to be something new overall, and it's going to bring a lot to St. Louis.
My name is Anthony Freeman. I am the owner of Face Modeling Development agency here in St. Louis. FACE means fostering ambition and cultivating. Perfect. So I got in the fashion industry. I've been around probably about 10 years. I started off as a stylist, just kind of styling a lot of the local performing artists that were here in our city. I've always been interested in just evening wear and tuxedos and things like that. And so along with that love, I developed a love for just runway at large. And so I started out just kind of backstage, you know, during certain fashion shows in our cities, just kind of helping out, orchestrating when the models would walk. So I kind of started at the bottom of the totem pole, and then I set out to start producing shows for myself up under my company. Some shows that you may know me from is Gateway Classic Cars of O'Fallon, Illinois. I've also done and produced shows with I Am Enough for Mercedes-Benz of Chesterfield. It's going to be something that this city has never seen before. So I'm excited about what's being developed, and I think the end result is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
Hi everybody, my name is Peter Moyo, and I'll be in charge of the vendors at the African Fashion Show. I founded Popoma Travel Agency. So the idea of this agency was to be the bridge between Midwest America and Africa, specifically Southern Africa. Definitely bringing excitement on its own. We want everybody to be exposed to Africa. Southern Africa, especially Zimbabwe, South Africa, Zambia. We want everyone to see how beautiful Africa is. The culture, the colors, the animals, the people, the society, and everybody. We're just loving people, joyful people. So we want to focus on just telling our own stories and making sure that Africa is not the common sad thing you see on TV. It's just a life of beauty.
Next year, St. Louis African Expo. So we hope to have a show that will have kind of a collection that is inspired by some of these editorials, everything just showing African artists in their raw form, and more like a collaboration. And we hopefully will have the K of YKG do a collection that is collaborating with mine, so it shows a whole story of the YKG Crafts story. So that is coming up next year, May 2020.